okay. I don't know where I'm gonna be tomorrow.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos, we've got a matchup today that features two teams who come in with opposite records on the year. It's the Bengals going up against the Broncos. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Sports Authority Field. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, here's Bernard. And some room to work. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, then he made a nice tackle.
They go play action with Lynch. And this one complete to Virgil Green. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Blunt trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's the offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demaryius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball, but you worry more about what he does after the catch. Big, strong, physical. He makes plays downfield.
Lynch here off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Lynch now throwing on 3rd. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And that was textbook 3-4 defense. Normally the defensive line just eats up blocks. In this case, they ate up the blocks and still made the play against the running game. Really, really nice job. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. They send Green to the left on his own. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. He'll return it from the 6. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. RainbowBeefcake's in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Lynch. And he dumps it off to Blount. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here we go now.
Now Lynch on first down. And caught right side, Green. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
Now Lynch, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
I love watching T.J. Ward play. Whether it's covering in the deep zones or blitzing, this man makes plays.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, it usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Dalton, 1st and 10, complete to the right side. It's Eifert, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Dalton gives to Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Paul Warlow in to make the tackle.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On is Nick Novak now to try the field goal. A complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
And a wildcat formation here.
Let's go.
They'll let their receiver run it out of the wildcat. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to throw. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
On 3rd down, Lynch into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They send Green to the left on his own. Second down, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Can't find anyone open. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So Dalton now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Starts with a handoff to Blount. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The veteran Carlos Dansby in on the stop. Second down following the run. On second down, Lynch. He's got time in the pocket. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
Now edge to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offensive coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Dalton throwing on second down. On the screen, Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Now a carry for Bernard. A lot. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Broncos coming out now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, and now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Bengals grab it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A first down throw coming for Dalton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Another chance for Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Novak's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Green, 39.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Caught outright by Patton. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it's a first down for the Broncos. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. No. Check, Patriot. No. Check, Patriot.
On first down, it's Lynch. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They don't call them franchise quarterbacks for nothing. And right now, wouldn't it be fun to be in the owner's box and see the reaction after that hit the young guy just took?
Yeah, I was just going to say, especially your young franchise quarterback so many years ahead of him, it's tough to watch sometimes.
It really is. I know in baseball, a lot of the owners used to just call right down into the dugout when they wanted something done. I'm not sure you can do quite the same thing in the NFL. I'm sure the message will be sent somehow. Protect that young guy.
Here's Lynch. Screen pass to Blunt. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Lynch. Hard throw, incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll begin here with Bernard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
It's second down. Dalton looking toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's third down.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Third down. A shot here for Dalton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Dalton throwing on second down. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third down now following the completed pass. They look to throw on third with Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Bernard. And some room to maneuver. And a cut to the sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green. Detroit. No. Check. Patriots.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. A good pickup there at 22. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Broncos a first down.
Now let's go. Blue, landing. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriots.
On first down, it's Lynch. Finding time. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. They'll get 19 yards there. And it's a first down for the Broncos. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go now. Over. Detroit. Go. Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
There definitely has been some pressure on the quarterback today when he's tried to throw the football, but he has to trust his offensive line and pass protectors. Step up, go through your progressions, and throw the football.
On 3rd down, Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Lynch. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
380.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
To throw here, Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Taking on the midfield logo. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's Blunt. A strong running. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
No. Check. Patrick. I didn't have Barney.
Blunt, the lone running back.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Go. Leopard. Over. No. Check. Patrick.
To throw is Lynch. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Watching that, Barney. Over.
Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's 17-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Dalton, 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Bernard. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. A dump off now to Hill. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, Lynch. And he fires one, but incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cody Latimer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And that was just 4 verticals. They were going for a big play, and it resulted in a big play.
And you know why that's so difficult to cover? Because you can throw the ball to any one of those 4 vertical receivers at any point in the pattern. Wherever they're open, just get them the ball and then let them run after it.
And he runs it all the way in for a touchdown. And his kick is right through. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
380. 380.
A give to the fullback on the dive. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll fight his... Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Gun!
Here we go. Lynch on fourth down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And some room to roam now. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. No. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Aaron Ripkowski with time running out. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Second down now after the incompletion. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. One receiver left, three to the right. Dalton wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. It's do or die for Dalton. Surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But These two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
leave my don't have to take it undercover. Just on this under the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Gonna have to Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, we went up, yeah. In my love and tripping, yeah. Now I feel my body drifting, yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted, in my tripping, yeah. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often. More than just a little happy shooting down the city. Black the latest gears when she wear. You see that sun in the air. Fashion week fall, yeah. Throwing money in the air. Just happy with my lady. Other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory. Ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty. I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. In my love and tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. So she got me lifted. In my tripping. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey, inhale, exhale. Let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.